Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited for this video because we're going to be testing out the new Space Chemistry palette from Terra Moons Cosmetics. This is available now for pre-order. It did already sell out. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit behind on posting this, but we're gonna go through and do live swatches, real up close. You're going to be able to see every single shadow and just how special they are. We're going to do an eye look, and then at the end I'll kind of give you my first impression thoughts. So here's what she looks like. This is a very sparkly, beautiful palette with purples and greens and only 2 matte shades. It does retail for $75, so it is a pretty pricey penny, but I'm gonna try and let you guys know whether it is worth it or not. So let's go ahead and jump on into the swatches. Okay, y'all, so here she is in all of her glory. Such a stunning palette. But before we started fully swatching, I just wanted to show you something really quick. So there's a shade in here called Meteor Sand, and Terra Moons did say that if anyone is ordering this and they don't like the shade Meteor Sand, it's just not their vibe, they don't want 2 brown mattes, they want, you know, something else out of the palette, or maybe if it just doesn't work for your skin tone, then you can actually choose from any of their matte single shadows. So I'll show you my little collection right here. It's kind of a mess, but I thought I would show you that, you know, it kind of completely changes the vibe. But if you were wanting to go in a little bit of a different route, you really can. We've got a shade here called Arctic. So you could do that instead. You could use Neptune's Waves and go a little bit more blue, which I think is really fun. Or even like if you wanted a really nice dark purple, this is the shade Royal, which I think also is a vibe. But if you do like the brown, but you want something even richer for your skin, this is called Decadent. I think that could be a great option. You could go Utopia for a little pink. You could go Lunar Haze for a little lighter purple. Ooh, I think that's really cute. Really, the choice is yours. So I just wanted to give you a few examples. Look at that one. That's Land on the Stars. I kind of got some sparkles in Meteor Sand, but I just wanted to show you that really quickly. So let's start swatching. We've got the shade Terraform, which looks like a really beautiful, just neutral brown. Feels very soft, a little powdery to the touch, but looks nice. We've got Moonwater, ooh, which is a really beautiful silver. I would say it has like a slight green undertone to it, but it's like a greeny silver. Super pretty, super shiny. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the powderiness of Terraform because I kind of got it into the purple. My bad. We've got Abyss, which is a beautiful, beautiful purple. I feel like I don't reach for these shades as much, but this one looks special. It has like a purple base with a blue shift in it. It's sparkly. It is gorgeous. Okay. Ooh, that's stunning. Oh no. Okay, well, I accidentally mixed those 2 colors together, but they actually do make like the most beautiful, like, in-between shade. We've got Wavelength, which looks like a really beautiful, like, soft, kind of like pastel-y, purpley pink. Like, it's kind of like muted, and it's not like, bam, I'm a purple. It's not like, bam, I'm a pink, but you've got the little undertones of both. It almost has like gray in it. It's super, super pretty. We've got Solarium, very silky to the touch. That one's more of like a rosy, kind of mid-tone base with a gold flip. We've got Atmosphere, which is a really pretty kind of like pewtery gunmetal silver type shade. If there's one thing I know about Terra Moons, it's that they do not play with their shimmers. It's been a little while since I tried one of their new releases, but I mean, that looks so shiny. Okay, I think this next shade says Lumite. It's kind of like crossed through a little bit with the pattern, but it's a beautiful purple. But again, it has kind of like this grayness to it. Like it's purple, but it's muted. It's so cute. It's so pretty, so unique. We've got Meteor Sand, which, oh my gosh, I actually really love that. It's kind of like a grungy yellow-based brown. So cute. I love that matte. Okay, we've got Ionic Bond. Oh, that's stunning. Again, silky to the touch. So shiny. It's a turquoise base with a green flip. Oh my gosh. That is so bright, so delicious. We've got Sweet Adams, which this one is a soft pink, but it looks like it has a little bit of like a gold flip, like, or a gold sparkle to it, and also like more of a purple base. Like it's definitely deeper and then lighter. It's super, super cute. Again, a pretty unique shade. We've got Retrograde, which is just a really neon green metallic. And then we've got Light Particle, which looks to be a soft yellow. That one is a little more powdery to the touch, a little less silky, but just a really cute pastel. Okay. So there you have it. Oh, I love that shade. There's all of the swatches. I mean, I think they look really, really beautiful. I feel like this is kind of the perfect color story for throwing either one of these browns in your crease, throwing a shimmer on the lid, and being done. But it's still being like a look that makes it seem like you tried more than you did. Okay, so I like the swatches. Let's go ahead and do an eye look. I just went in with the Juvia's Place eye primer in the shade 1. I'm just kind of making sure that's all buffed in. It's not my favorite primer because it has some consistency issues. It can be a little bit runny sometimes. I have to be very careful with it. I feel kind of overwhelmed, even though like there's only 2 matte options in here, so I know where I'm going with the mattes. But as far as the shimmers go, I just feel like every single one is so, so pretty. But I am slightly leaning towards going more green, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the shade Meteor Sand first. And I'm just going to throw that through my entire crease. I honestly just picked up the smallest amount starting off. I could probably go in with a little bit more, but even just using a tiny little bit, it did blend right away. Just a very soft brown. I'm going in with like a decently sized blending brush. I feel like if you went in with something a little bit smaller, a little bit more precise, then you could really amp up this color and the tones and show more of that like yellowy grunginess. But I'm just going in with a Singe Beauty E06, which is a really great all-around blending brush. Just kind of does the job and does it fast. I'm going to go into a What's Up Beauty R103, and now I'm going to grab a little bit of the shade Terraform, and I'm just going to pop that onto my outer V and just kind of slightly buff it out. I feel like you can definitely tell that it's a little bit warmer than Meteor Sand, but it's just like a really good neutral base. Okay, I'm just building it up a little bit, but I really, really like that color. So by the way, feel free to let me know if you like the lighting in this video. I asked you guys last time and I got a few responses that you liked it. I thought maybe it was a little bit too bright. I turned it down just a smidge, but I'm definitely still playing with the settings, so let me know. I feel like I'm low-key procrastinating choosing a shimmer because they're all so pretty. I think I'm going to start off with this shade Moonwater, which is that beautiful silvery bluey shade, and I think I'm going to pop that in my inner corner because there's just something about that calling to me right now. I just have like a really tiny like dense smudgy brush, but I'm going to pop that on right here. Oh, that's so pretty. I feel like silver inner corners are so underrated. I love how you can see the blue tone like just a little bit. That's super, super pretty. I feel like I just can't stop building it up, but I'm like trying to convince myself to stop because I want to go in with more shimmers, but at the same time like, whew, okay, that's so, so pretty. I think next I want to go into this one right here, which is called Ionic Bond. And I think I'm just going to use my finger because I don't have any nails on right now. I know my nails look not cute. I'm going to redo them today, but just gonna, oh my gosh, that's stunning. Look at that. I'm gonna pop that on the center of my lid and then just kind of blending towards the inner corner, towards the outer V, but again, leaving room for one more shade. It's definitely very pigmented, so I think I'm gonna wipe my finger off. I'm gonna grab just a touch more of Moonwater to go over top just to help the two shades blend. I don't know if you can see that. I don't necessarily love right there. it looks like the two shadows, like it's like getting a little thick and making a crease. Not layering the best right there. Part of me is wondering, like, was it the eye primer? I don't know. Do you see that? What to do, what to do. Okay, I think I'm gonna try going in with that shade on a brush and wetting it and seeing if maybe we can smooth it out a little bit. Like just using a tiny bit of product because I definitely don't want to like keep layering. Okay, let's see. Let's try and fix that little area. No, I feel like it's cracking more. This like never happens to me. I don't know that it's enough for me to like start this look over, but I would definitely say that I would be careful about layering shadows on too thick. I have to play with that more before I can tell you guys how I feel. So my plan originally was to go in with one more shade. I'm gonna take Retrograde, this like brighter green. I'm gonna pick up just a tiny, tiny little bit, and I thought of popping that on the end of the lid right here, just to kind of get like a little flow of all the greens. Just tapping that in and blending it out. Seems to be doing the trick. I'm not getting any like weird layering issues happening there. Okay, let's go into a little bit of the shade Terraform on a liner brush. And I'm just going to add some definition to my lash line. I feel like this has been a must for me recently. Like I don't always do this step, but I just feel like there's something about it, especially because I don't love to wear lashes, or actually I love wearing lashes. I love the way lashes look, but I don't love applying lashes. Adding a little liner definitely helps my natural lashes look more full. I think for the beginning of the lower lash line, I want to pop into this yellow right here because it's so pretty, and I'm just going to throw that on right here. I mean, it definitely looks really sparkly, and I feel like that shade is going to blend so beautifully into Retrograde. So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to fill in the rest of the lower lash line. Looks like I did not get any fallout for this look, which is good because my skin is especially dewy right now. So overall I like it. The only part like I just keep staring at is like right here. What if I go in with my finger? Go in with the shade Moon Water on my finger, like just the tiniest bit, and try to blend it. I don't know. Oh, I feel like that's making it look worse. So originally I was only planning to do one look in this video, but I'm feeling some type of way because I'm having that issue there that I just really want to start over and try again. And we can kind of call this one look. Like I do really like it overall. I just think that I'm gonna try using a different primer underneath and see if that makes a difference. And we can try out some different shadows, try out some more purples so that I can give you like a more complete final first impression thoughts, because as of right now I just feel like I just have a bunch of question marks in my head. So I'm not going to apply mascara. I'm just going to try and remove this super carefully, and I'll be right back. This time around I went in with the P. Louise base, and I have the shade Rumor 0.5. There's almost nothing left, but I squeezed it out because I know that I can trust this primer. It is reliable, never have issues with it. I think this time I'm going to focus more on Terraform. I know the mattes blend, but there are only 2 shades, so it is what it is. And I'm kind of packing Terraform on the outer V, and then I'm gonna blend it inwards. I know it looks very messy right now, but after laying that down, I'm just going to take a second and buff out the edge. And then maybe even just building up a little bit more. I'm also going to bring that shade along the lower lash line and just kind of connect it a little bit. I'm not worried about it being super blended out right now, but just getting a base down. So let's go for the shade Wavelength for the inner corner. It's like a really beautiful soft purple. I'm just going to apply that with my finger and then just kind of bring it up onto the lid. I mean, that is beautiful. Like I could literally stop there and be completely happy with this look. That looks pretty stunning, no texture issues. So what purple should we go in with next? Should we do Luminite? Luminite, this one right here. It's also a really pretty kind of like silvery purple. Just gonna pop that on the outer half of the lid and blend inwards. Yeah, I think it might have been the eyeshadow primer. So I'm really, really glad that I stopped to do another look with y'all because I mean, look at that. Look at that shine. I'm like trying not to be wasteful. I'm trying to use what I have in my collection, but I feel like that Juvia's Place primer just gives me nothing but problems. And I feel like at this point, like maybe I should just call it a loss and throw it away, buy an eyeshadow primer that I like. I feel like I test eyeshadow too much to not be using an eyeshadow primer that's super reliable. Let's maybe do a little more purple. Let's go into Sweet Adams and just pop that along the lower lash line, blending towards that brown. And then also we've got the beautiful purple on the inner corner. And then last but not least, I was thinking of maybe going into the shade Abyss, this like deeper purpley blue indigo sparkly moment on my eyeliner brush and just using that to create a little bit more definition, but in a fun way. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Finding Ferdinand Lash Lift Mascara, which is a really nice tubing formula. Just gonna throw that on. I'm like so excited because I was just like, as I was removing some of my makeup, I was watching the Finding Ferdinand collection reveal with Khaki round 2 après ski, and it looks so, so beautiful. So if you have not seen that video, check it out because I cannot wait to get my hands on those blushes. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna go into the Natasha Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the Tinted Glow Cream. I'm just gonna pick that up with my finger and just kind of dab it on. I went for like extra glowy skin today, so I feel like this blush is a must, and then I'm just gonna go back over everything with my foundation brush just to make sure it's nice and soft. And then for lips, I'm gonna go into the We Makeup Lip Gloss in the shade 05. I think this is called like Gertrude Kisses or something, but it's the most beautiful glossy, like your lips but better shade. Alright y'all, so here is the finished look, and I do like how it turned out. I feel like the purple tones are super pretty. It's definitely more on the simple side, like just like a very like wearable everyday look for me personally, but I love that. So let me tell you how I'm feeling about this palette so far. I feel like I have slightly mixed feelings in terms of the mattes because you do have 2 mattes here, and like I said, you can choose to have Meteor Sand switched out with any other shade, but I do feel like Terraform even really built up, like I went in with that shade. It is very, very soft, and for having fair skin, I just feel like is that going to be really, really soft on other deeper skin tones, like just not the most versatile shade. So I actually do wish that maybe we had Terraform and then like an even deeper brown matte that might be a little bit more versatile just for me and the way I like to do my makeup. Like I just want a little bit more depth for my mattes. And then as far as the shimmers go, I do feel like they are really beautiful. I think that the little issue that I had originally was definitely just the primer, because this look, I used the 2 different shimmers on the lid and it looks really silky. There's no like texture issues, and I've never ever experienced that with Terra Moons before either. So, you know, just take that little moment with a grain of salt. I feel like the shimmers in here are really beautiful and I look forward to playing with them more. I do feel like this palette is one that would really just be special for someone who does like 2 eyeshadow looks. Like you throw a matte in the crease, you throw a shimmer on the lid, and that's pretty much all you're here for. Like, I mean, you can obviously do more. I did more like in both looks, but I think that's where this palette is really going to stand out if you want something simple and fast, but you still want it to be really, really beautiful. I think that these shadows do deliver. I think my favorite shade might just be Moonwater because it has that like silver and blue tone mixed together. It's super, super pretty. But yeah, this is just a first impression. Either way, I hope that getting to see me play with it, getting to see all the swatches was really helpful. I would love to know if you picked up this palette or if you're still debating on it. Feel free to have a conversation with me down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!